Greetings, family. Willie Mo Jr. here. Can I be honest with you? We about to have a show with a young man who goes by the name of Nathan Davis. He actually has millions of followers on social media. He's a young man. Many of you all know him from the song, Don't It Feel Good When You've Been in His Presence? I even went viral messing with that young man. Come on, don't play with me. But listen, today will be a little different. It's not so much relationship driven, but it is a relationship that I think needs to be reconciled. The relationship with your son, your grandson, your nephew. So many mothers, they want the best for their child, but sometimes they say all the wrong things. And most of the time, you don't even know that you're saying the wrong thing. So today you'll get an opportunity to witness a young man who not only loves his mom, but his mom sacrificed a lot for him, and he actually noticed what she sacrificed. And to my men who are watching right now, maybe you didn't get an opportunity to do it right with your son or your child. You didn't get a chance to be there like you wanted it to be. You know, no matter what that thing is. You get an opportunity to hear a young man who forgave his father. And the reason why he forgave his father is so dope, man. It's amazing. So do me a favor, subscribe to the channel, get ready for an amazing show. We are on location in Atlanta, Georgia, so we're outside of the studio, but the conversation is fruitful, and I'm glad that you took the time to watch. Please watch until the end of the show, because I got an amazing announcement for young men ages 12 to 18 that I think is gonna be beneficial to all my parents, my grandparents, my aunties and uncles who have young men that you care about. I got something special that I'm gonna do for them. So, now it's time for the show. Flat out.
Next on the Love You More Show.
So I lost my little brother to suicide in 2023, and I lost 14 family members after that. Then my mom was in a hospital a year ago around this time fighting for her life for a month. Then my mom got at the hospital, we started working on Woke Up This Morning, and we was about to lose our house too. Like, our finances was trash, it was low. We was about to lose our crib, trying to find people to buy, but nobody was buying our house. So we just was in the studio making a record. I'll go in there, sing it, write it, go in, put the medicine in my mom's IV, and we did that every day. I remember I was in my room and I didn't understand the relationship part with God. I wasn't really taught relationship. I was just kind of taught God, devil, go bad, you go over here,
Right.
do good, you go over here.
Okay.
That's how I was taught. I didn't understand the whole walking with God and giving him my life and all that stuff like that. So I was in my room and was like, yo, God, hey, I need you, like, you know what I'm saying? I need your help. Like, I'm going through it, like, I need you. And God came in my room and said he loved me and he hugged me. That was my first spiritual encounter that I had with God. One of my favorite scriptures was when Jesus was telling the disciples, like, give me the bread and the fish. And the disciples was like, but we don't have, like, enough to, like, feed these people. And Jesus was like, nah, just give me what you have. And he took their food and he multiplied it. He was able to feed, like, I think one time 4,000, another time 5,000. And what God was telling me was, don't worry about the little things that you have. Focus on the hand that you're putting it into, because I'm gonna be the one to multiply it.
This is what loving yourself more looks like. Hey family, Willie Mo Jr. here. Just real quick, have you ever had a dream, a goal, and a vision, and the truth is you realize that it's going to come to pass, but it may come to pass in a different city? I know many of you all have been thinking about moving. You've been through heartbreak, hang-ups, and different things, and you saying, maybe there's a new land out there that God may want to use me in. Can I be very honest with you? You may be right. But there may be a journey to discovery that you need to discover before you launch out into the deep. Today I get an opportunity to hang out with a gentleman who literally, decided at a very young age what he was going to be. He realized that he had a very special gift of music. But he also understood that in order for it to grow, there was another land that he had to go to be able to sprout this thing out. And now he's expanded all across the world. There's not a person that I have met in the last week that when I showed them the video, they're like, oh yeah, I know him. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I got an opportunity to experience him this weekend during an amazing event, and I'm so blessed to have him here with me today. Been talking about him on social media and radio, the one and only Nathan Davis Jr. Just hanging out with your nephew. What's going on, champ?
Man, cool, man. How you feeling, man?
Man, I ain't never had it this good.
Oh, appreciate it, man. It's just good vibes, man, good energy. I'm in Atlanta, Had some good food out here, so I'm just cooling, relaxing.
Yeah. Man, what's been the biggest difference since you've had this amazing musical breakthrough in these last 12 months?
I would say having everybody do like a dance and kind of just, I would say, feel the vibes that I felt when I was making the song.
Yeah.
And that's God's presence, feeling happy, feeling good, being reminded that, like, wow, God loves me. So I think that's kind of like something that's different for me to see people feel that same emotion that I made, because that song was written in chaos and storm, and for everybody to be smiling and dancing with their families, different cultures, different foreign country, like everybody just coming together and they're all dancing. We're all doing the same dance. We're all worshiping the same God, and we're all just having fun. So I think that's kind of cool that it's bringing the world together, you feel me?
So you talked a little bit about chaos, and you coming up with this song in the midst of chaos. What did that chaos look like?
So I lost my little brother to suicide in 2023, and I lost 14 family members after that. Then my mom was in a hospital a year ago around this time, fighting for her life for a month. So doing all that, I kind of just stopped acting, my social media videos, I kind of wasn't posting no videos. I was going through crazy depression, crazy suicidal, grieving. I was just kind of lost and was just trying to find anything to help this temporary like hole in my heart. And I remember I was in my room and I didn't understand the relationship part with God. I wasn't really taught relationship. I was just kind of taught God, devil, go bad, you go over here,
Right.
do good, you go over here. That's how I was taught. I didn't understand the whole walking with God and giving him my life and all that stuff like that. So I was in my room and was like, yo, God, hey, I need you, like, you know what I'm saying? I need your help. Like, I'm going through it, like, I need you. And God came in my room and said he loved me and he hugged me. That was my first spiritual encounter that I had with God. And he told me, hey, I want you to start making music for me. And I'm like, okay, cool. And I just finished like a crazy secular R&B album, you know, that was gonna be knocking at Chris Brown and Tory Lane's door. Like, look, what's up? What we doing, Brody? So I let all that go. Started doing my remixes to like $1 Million Baby, Espresso, which is like two of the biggest remixes to those songs, are Christian remixes. So I was doing my remixes, and then my mom got at the hospital. We started working on Woke Up This Morning, and we was about to lose our house too. Like our finances was trash, it was low. We was about to lose our crib, trying to find people to buy, but nobody was buying our house. So we just was in the studio making a record. I'll go in there, sing it, write it, go in, put the medicine in my mom's IV. And we did that every day. And then after we finished the studio, we would pack up the house and leave our house for like hours for people to walk around and try to buy it. So we kept doing it and went to Beverly Hills. God gave me the idea for like the dance and the choreography to put it all together. And when it came to drop the video, God was like, don't worry about the views, I got you. So I'm like, man, I'm a social media influencer. What you mean, don't worry about the views? Like, everything's about the views. So I just threw it out there, man, and it just went crazy, bro. 30 videos in a day. I think it's like 2 million, 3 million views. And then what is insane was that when I was reading the word, one of my favorite scriptures was when Jesus was telling the disciples, like, give me the bread and the fish. And the disciples was like, but we don't have like enough to like feed these people. And Jesus was like, nah, just give me what you have. And he took their food and he multiplied it. He was able to feed, like, I think one time 4,000, another time 5,000. And what God was telling me was, don't worry about the little things that you have. Focus on the hand that you're putting it into, because I'm going to be the one to multiply it. So even though I was in the middle of that storm, in the middle of that chaos that was going on, I was focused on God's hand and knowing that if I did what God told me to do, be obedient and just lean on him and give it to him, I put in his hand and like, I'm here. You feel me? And the world is coming together and they're all blessed off of that obedience and off of just God's mercy and grace for my life, because he could have easily been like, bro, you've been doing your own thing. You've been selfish. You've been ego. You've been feeling like you've been doing things. And he just gave me another chance at life. And I'm just like, look, I'm dedicated to you and what you need me to do. Like, what we doing? You feel me? So, yeah.
Hey family, Willie Moe Jr. here. Listen, do me a favor, subscribe to this channel, leave a comment, and share this with at least 10 people. You say why? Because I need you to. That's all it is. If I ask, it's because I need you to. I wouldn't ask you to do nothing that I wouldn't want you to do. So do it right now. I'll wait. Thank you. Now back to the show. Flat out. So you talked a little bit about your brother and who went on to glory differently. And that's something that, I'm so grateful that you did share. My family was hit with suicide, I guess now 10, 11 years ago.
Man, I'm sorry for that, bro.
And it rocked our family. And it was something early that we were it was kind of like a hush-hush thing.
Yeah.
And now my cousin, she's like this big advocate for suicide prevention. She's really worked really, really hard with the 988 number. So I really do appreciate you sharing. I do want to ask you this, man. As you sit there and you are watching your mom go through this, your family going through all of this, all these different holes in your heart, did you ever get an opportunity to have companionship? Did somebody pour into you? Like, how were you introduced to the Lord? Because I'm gonna be honest with you, sometimes it'd be like, babe took me to church, and then it was just on from there. Like, how did you connect with the Lord in such a way?
So for me, like my mom, my grandmother, they came from Kojic, Baptist, all the different things like that. So they always gave me like the instructions and the morals and the teachings, from the Bible. So I learned a lot as far as like the foundation of like, don't do this is bad, this is good. But I would say like, I have my best friends, they'll be talking about God. Like I'll be ready to go to the club and go turn up. They'll be like, man, you gotta wait till you marry, man, that guy. I'm like, man, look, bro. I got 16 million followers on TikTok, man. I'm about to go to the club and turn up. I don't care about what y'all talking about. But they poured into me, man, and like, just like I said, friends and my ex-girlfriend, she was like big on God and like it still is big. She'll be like, let's have Bible study. I'm like, man, look. You look too good.
I'm trying to do something
you
else.
You feel me? Like, we about to have anatomy. Nah, I'm kidding. But you feel me? But we, they were just pouring a lot into me, you know what I'm saying? And like planting that seed. And I feel like it's not really people that like changes you. It's really like God changes you. They plant the seed, you know what I'm saying? And like, it's up to God to water it. So I feel like for me, I just kind of, like I said, I had that moment and it was like, what else can I do? Like I'm over here at the club, I'm turning up, I'm doing these things, but these are like temporary fulfillments. They're not like lasting long. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I just was like, I'm gonna try it out. Like everybody keep talking about it, I'm gonna try it, and I tried it. And when I tell you, it's been a journey, and I go to the mountains every morning, bro, to pray for like an hour and a half, 2 hours. And God was feeding me the Bible, and I didn't even know. Like I'll go home and be like, yo, Mom, so there's like a breastplate and a shield and these things. And she was like, that's in a word. Or like certain things he'll tell me, it will be scriptures. I didn't realize it was scriptures. So he was feeding me the word, but in my way. Yeah. So he'll speak to me through cartoons, through movies, Instagram quotes. I started saying all these biblical Instagram quotes, podcasts popping up, all these things. But he was speaking to me through all of these things. And he was like, kind of like how he went to Peter. He was like, yo, let's go fish for people. It was like he was speaking to me in my language for me to understand what was going on. And like, ever since then, I just been growing and surrendering myself and just eating his word, man, every day, as much as I can. I'm human, you feel me? I'm not perfect, but I just try every day, bro, to just be the best version that he created me to be, for real.
Indeed. So now, when I think about relationship, and you're a young man, you fly, you got influence.
Thank you, bro.
And you talked a little bit about former relationship. Do you think this version of Nathan, would that have been the right version for this woman? Or are you like, hey, you know what, just moving forward, I'm this version, I'm looking forward to something new? he like.
No, I ain't gonna lie. I feel like, yo, what's up?
Like, yo, B, what we doing?
Yo, that's a good question. Nah, I ain't gonna lie. Cause I be telling my homies, I'm like, man, like I wanna get married, bro. Like, you feel me? Cause, my people, I got both sides. I got the homies that be cool over here. I got the homies that be like, I'm still over here. And I still love them, you know what I'm saying? But I just be chilling. I'm like, man, like, if I was dating my ex like how I am today, I feel like the relationship would have ran smoother because now I understand as a man, like, we're supposed to be courting. We can't have no one leg in, one leg out. Like, we're supposed to be tapped in with God. Like, I can't lead this woman, you know what I'm saying, and like nurture her and take care of her if I don't have a relationship with God. So like, God really taught me what real love is. And I found real love by receiving his love, and him just breaking me and destroying who I was and killing me and rebuilding me up into the man of God that he created me to be. So I feel like, I'm not gonna say I'm the best yet, but I feel like I have a lot of grace. I know about forgiveness. I know about just going to God and having those private conversations with him, because I feel like if your relationship is centered on God, and y'all get in like a dispute or something, I feel like God can whisper in your woman's ear and say like, yo, apologize to him. He was a little too hard to him. And she'll come and apologize or vice versa. So I feel like now that I know the foundation, who's the glue, that he is the, like, you know what I'm saying, the instruction manual, I feel like I'll be dope in a relationship. I ain't gonna lie. And I want to get married one day. You know, I do want to, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, I feel like it would be way smoother. And with her, it wasn't like a bad relationship. It's just, we both needed to break up so we can both get close to God. And she's getting close to God, I'm getting close to God too. So I feel like we both will be great boyfriends and girlfriends for, you know.
Yeah, as you grow. You know, the one thing I understand about companionship when I be thinking about the word is like, he who findeth the wife findeth a good thing and obtaineth favor from the Lord.
Facts.
Like my brother Jamal Bryant, when we sat down before he got married, he was like, man, I'm living off talent alone. I'm just living off my gift. I'm just living. I ain't even seen that super duper favor. And I was like, man, you can get it without it. And then I seen his life just expand so much when he connected with Dr. Carey. Like, when you sit back and you look at where your life is going, because ultimately without a vision, the people perish. And of course, if you don't have a vision for yourself, the people that you bring in, they also perish as well. So what type of woman would be able to really lock in with you? What type of support would a man like you need, considering that, you know, it's 21 plus million people on Instagram, you gotta hit stages, you're traveling the world, your mom is your heart. And here's the thing, I love it because my mom is my heart. My mom adopted me when I was 3 months old.
Oh, wow.
I talk to her 5 times a day. She 84 years old, love God,
amazing,
still
bro.
cuss a little bit. But I still be on the phone, hey mama, what's happening? Like, I love my mama, and I think a man who loves their mom is a better candidate to be a husband than men who like, I don't really rock with my mom. I'd be like, well, I don't know how you gonna rock with your wife for 6, 7 years.
Yeah, no facts, no real talk.
So what is the gap that a woman could feel for Nathan?
I mean, I feel like I want a woman like Moses' wife, man. Like, there was a moment where Moses was about to get taken out by God and his wife stepped in and like saved his life. So it's like, I want a woman like that where if I'm at my lowest, like, she can be like, yo, what's up? Like, come on, we gotta keep going. Like, remember who you are, you're a king. Like, let's keep it pushing, you feel me? So like, just a woman that just tapped in with God, that can hear his voice even when moments I might can't hear, or the enemy's voice is a little louder. Just a woman that can tap in and like I said, like, you know, support her. And I want a woman that got her own thing too, cause like, I know how to step back and like support you. Like, I do social media, I make music, I write songs, I record videos. Like, I love it when people be like, can you record a video for me? Like, I like helping, you know what I'm saying? And like, I want to support. And so I would love a woman that has her own thing going on so I can be like, baby, what we doing? Let's help you today. Let's support, because we're a team, you know? And when you have your thing going on, cool, what you need? When I have my thing going, cool. If you want to help, that's awesome. So I'm not selfish. Some relationships, it's like, I gotta be the star and I'm the one and all lights on me. It's like, look, the same check is coming to the crib. You feel me? It's all coming to the house. No, for real. So I feel like just woman that got her own thing going on. She got God in the center of her life, you know, and just somebody that's just willing to just walk with me and lead with God's love in his heart. Like a partnership of God, like just that partnership. Because I feel like Adam and Eve could have made it if Adam would have been like, look, Lord, I ain't gonna lie. My wife ate the apple, Jesus, please forgive us, you know, because he spent more time with God than Eve. So, you know, hey, can you help us? Or if he, you know, when he ate it, look, Lord, we ate the apple together, God, but we come to you together, you know, to help us out, da-da-da. So I want that type of relationship where if she falls, I got you, baby. If I fall, she got me. We both fall, God got us, you know what I'm saying? And we come together to God. So it's no competition. It's always about unity and being a teammate, because I'm a fan of superheroes. And when it's 2 superheroes going against 1 villain, those 2 always win. So let's go.
It's agreement. Do me a favor, put teammate in the comments if you don't mind. If you say, listen, I need a teammate, not somebody that's just fine and just cute, but I need a teammate, somebody who's going to help fill the gaps in my life and vice versa. So put teammate in the comments. You know, I always like to build a bridge. I believe in the word heart, H-E-A-R-T. There is an ear in the middle of heart, E-A-R. And that ear in the middle of heart, it speaks to each other through testimony. And so for me, growing up adopted, you know, growing up with two older parents. My daddy 94 years old, my mom 84 years old.
Wow.
They adopted me when I was 3 months old. They still living, loving God, and doing what they're supposed to do. I think they're still alive because they took care of the orphan,
You
right?
think?
Like,
You know. You know that. I was like, you think they still alive?
I'm like, you took care of the orphan.
Yeah,
so
that's
God was
real,
like, y'all still living and working and living good, right?
Yeah.
But I want to just kind of talk to you because, you know, you celebrate mom. Was there a male influence, a father in the home? Like how was that? Like, what type of male figures did you see? Because you're such a, like, in my opinion, a great young man doing some great things. Was there an example that you saw at home?
Ain't gonna lie, man. I feel like my male example was Michael Jackson, bro. Like, I was at the crib watching Michael Jackson every day. Like, I leave school, go to watch Michael Jackson. But my mom, ain't gonna lie, she took on the mantle of my dad and my mom. You know what I'm saying? So she really, I feel like she really stepped in as a dad and had to be like stern and couldn't be as emotional as a mom could be. So she had to kind of sacrifice more of the emotional side of things for more of the discipline and like, look, you're a black man in America. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you can't go act up in school and say it's your dad's fault. Like, nah, we gotta correct that. So I wasn't raised with excuses like that. It wasn't, oh, because your dad not here, this. No, you did that, and we're gonna get back up. So she kind of taught me more of the, you know what I'm saying, being a man side. But me and my dad, we were real cool. That's my dog, that's my bro, you feel me? And when my brother passed, we actually got really, really close. And I love it because I can now see his emotional soft side. And then as kids, we're thinking like, dang, my dad don't love me or he ain't there and da-da-da. But we had a real good convo where I told him like, bro, I thought you ain't want me. You ain't show up to my graduation. Like, you ain't send me no bread. My mom would pay, her and my grandmother would team up, pay for me to go to Houston, and I ain't even live at your crib. So the whole time, I kind of resented my dad, because in my mind, I was like, all right, bet I'm going to give more money to you. I'm going to get so famous and big to where Nathan Davis Jr. becomes #1, not even senior. So I had that resentment of, I'm going to prove to you and everybody else that I'm worthy and I'm valuable because I'm tired of y'all sleeping on me. And for so long, that was my mindset. And like, when my brother passed, we just had that convo, and I told him like, bro, I thought you ain't love me. I thought you ain't want me like that. And he was like, nah, man, I had you when I was 19 and I was going through these things. So then it became one of those things where I was like, let me research who raised you. Wow, my grandfather dealt with mental health. My grandfather dealt with these things. Your mom dealt with these things. Okay, you 19, you got a kid. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking, where was I at 19? So I started putting the pieces together. Even with my mom, I'd be like, Mom, you didn't teach me how to be emotionally intelligent, da-da-da. And I'm like, dang, how I would have felt if I was a single dad with a kid by myself at that age trying to follow my career, but I got to stop my career now because I have a child now. So I start sitting back and trying to like read them and how her mom, like, you know what I'm saying? And like humanize them because we're raised to look at them as gods. Like, that's God to me. My mom is God, my dad is God. But then you start seeing the human in them. You start seeing the flaws in them and like, oh my gosh, you guys were my parents as long as I was y'all children. So we both figuring out how to be a child, how to be a parent. So I started realizing that. But me and my dad, we cool, man. We talk every day. And I tell him all the time, I said, bro, don't try to make up for not being in my life and my little bro. I said, he's gone now. Work on our relationship. Be a reflection of who he was. My brother was kind, he was nice, he was helpful, he was sweet. That was his vibe. We never argued. I said, so he's gone because I can tell my dad was like, dang, this was my second win, my second start. I can be there for this kid because he spends most time. I can be there. And I was like, no. What happened in my life happened for a reason. What happened in your life happened for a reason. Now we're going to come together and show people how fathers and sons can come together and how we can rise and pass all the, you know what I'm saying, the mistakes in the past. So now that's my brother, and we talk and we pray to God. I talk to him about God and stuff, and I give him a different perspective of the word, and so we close. So
that's so dope.
Shout out to my parents, man. Nobody's perfect, man. We gotta stop putting so much pressure on our parents. Nobody's perfect, so we all gotta grow together, and we gotta always be open for growth, for reals, evolution, you feel me?
No doubt. Man, hanging out with Nathan Davis Jr., let me be honest with you, man. I'm so inspired. And let me tell you why. Because ultimately, you know, of course, I know you represent LA to the fullest, it's love, but you just have roots in that South in Memphis. And, you know, I just have a special love for the people that's from the South and people who take good care of their mother and love on their family. And I remember watching you on stage and you were talking about the moment when this song really broke. And then you brought your mom on stage and it was like, yo, I want to introduce you to mom. You know, for me being adopted, I can really relate to when you said, I'm gonna be a star and show them everything that he missed out on. That's how I was with my biological family. And then I get there, I signed with Warner Brothers, I signed with Universal, and I got the biggest records, and I'm doing all this good stuff, and I realized I was still empty. And I'm just so grateful that you found God, where the Lord put his hand on you and really blew you up in a way where you like, yo, like, I can forgive and my heart ain't got no callous on it, so everybody can come. And a lot of people thought I was faking. When I met my biological family, I'm like, I love them. I don't have no unforgiveness because I'm in Christ now. And I know that all things are working together for the good for those who love the Lord and are called according to his purpose. So it's all working good for me, bro. Like, I love her. I'm here to help and I'm here to serve. Talk a little bit about, like, people that you get an opportunity to love your music, but they still walk around with this unforgiveness because of what happened to them.
I mean, yeah, I deal with a lot of people that go through those things, but like I said, I try to meet people where they're at. And I try not to force my views on others. So like, if people want to understand my perspective and how I do things, then I share it with them. If they're like, nah, I'm not trying to rock with that, cool, I'm gonna still love you, because I feel like I don't change with the atmosphere changes through me. So I just walk in a room and I be what I might want to tell you. I'll just show you. I'll show you you know what I'm saying? Like how I do things and how God does things in me. So I think with those people, my spirit and just how I carry myself kind of just helps others and transform them. Like, I have homies that are like Muslims, and I had one of my boys was like, bro, I ain't gonna lie. Like, bro, I've been a Muslim all my life, but just seeing your testimony and your journey, like, I like converted to Christianity. Like, I believe in Jesus now. And he was like, basically, like, bro wasn't trying to convert me. Bro wasn't like, read the Bible. He was like, bro, I was just hearing you talk, and you talk like me, bro. And like, you talk about God. And he was like, and I tried it. He was like, bro, and it was the best decision of my life. He was like, I've been blessed. I've been having a relationship with God. He said, I didn't even know I could have a personal relationship with God. And he was like, and I've been trying it out, and like, all great things have been happening. He was like, my mom, my girl, like, I got them onto it. So yeah, I just try to be the example, be the result, and just meet people where they're at, because we're not here to save, we're here to plant seeds. And I plant seeds, and if you water it, it's gonna grow. And you know, if I'm not the messenger for you, then you might be the messenger for them, or that person might be the messenger, but I'm always gonna love you, I'm always gonna have grace, I'm gonna forgive you. If I make mistakes, I'm always gonna take accountability. I'm like the accountability man. I'm gonna always go to you and say, look, my bad, my apologies, I messed up. And so we're humans, bro. At the end of the day,
You know, I like the system that you created with your mom. She's always gonna be the watchman on the wall for you. I was talking to her offline, and the scripture came to my mind, like, what greater love than a man or woman who lays down their life for their, you know, for their brother or their son, right? And she's laid down a lot, and I just thank God that you keep her in your life, build around her in terms of like team, because it begins to grow. There'll be some things that you don't know, she don't know, but if you keep that nucleus tight and you guys make those decisions in agreement, like, this is who we're gonna bring into our stuff, because ultimately they can't fire what God did, they can't take away what God did. All they can do is add and enhance to the expansion of God's kingdom, because he always multiplies. And so I thank the Lord that you are smart enough to put somebody in your corner that not only is astute in business, but also has a special love for the core man that you're becoming. And of course, you'll have a wife and you'll have babies and you'll do all that. But
you said plurals, babies.
Oh yeah, you're gonna have multiple babies, man.
Thank you, man.
You gonna have
Take it back. No,
plenty baby. Hey family, Willie Mo Jr. here. Sorry for interrupting this episode, but do you have a business, an organization that represents family? Well, there may be an opportunity for you to partner with us. We're looking for some real organizations who love family and align with our values. If that's you, make sure that you click the link that's in this YouTube in hopes that you can promote right here with one of the most engaging audiences on this Beyonce's internet. Okay? Make sure that you check the link and make sure you partner with us. We'll do our best to connect with you soon. Now back to the episode, flat out. But I'm grateful for you, man. Just real quick, traditionally I do the inspirational moment at the end and empower people, but I'll wrap up after you. There are people on the other side of that camera who are literally wanting their dreams to come true. They wanting to see things happen for them. And maybe they're just one moment away. They may be in the darkest time of their life, but not knowing that God is about to erupt and expand their territory like they did you. Could you encourage those people real quick?
Look, believe in yourself more than everybody that's around you. Know that you got those dreams, those visions, those goals for a reason, because God planted that in you to let you know this where I'm about to take you. You just got to keep God first. And what I mean by keeping God first, I'm not saying you have to do rituals and you got to do all these things. It starts with you just going to God and saying, Father, what do you want me to do? Who am I? Where do you want me to go? I have these desires, God, but if they are your desires, give me the tools, give me the resources, give me the people. I'm telling y'all, I am very successful. I have a great career, but the core is God, and I go to God for everything. You can ask my mom. I don't care if it's a decision about whatever it is. I'm going to go to God and be like, Lord, what you want me to do? And if I don't get it, or if I don't understand, or my mind not here right away, I just say, God, take away this opportunity if it's not for me. Give me opportunities that's for me. So I would say keep God first and just believe in yourself. Have you some great people around you that love you, not the things that you bring to the table, but that loves who you are, whether you got money or you don't got money, but they love you. So have good people around. And just keep going, for real, like, keep going, because it's going to happen. Like, I told you, I may woke up this morning with no finances, about to lose my crib, just lost one of my best friends, my little brother, 14 family members passed away, my mom, who usually handles my business, handles my relationship with God, she's in the hospital fighting for her life out of it, and I'm just alone and by myself. But I surrendered and I gave it to God, and look how God is elevating my life. And I'm not signing no label. I haven't paid no money in my stuff. Like, this is literally just God showing you, I'm your label, I'm your marketing team, I'm your manager, I'm all things. You have access to all things that I created. So I would just say, keep God first. And I gotta shout out all my supporters too, because y'all show love to the song, y'all showing love to me, y'all pushing it, y'all dancing to it, singing to it, doing all those things. So I want to say thank you to y'all. Thank you to all the radio stations. Thank you to you, bro, for having me on your show. Thank you to all the interviewers, all the podcasters, because y'all didn't have to put me on y'all show, you know what I'm saying? So I'm extremely grateful. I thank y'all for being obedient. It means the world to me for me to even be here, because I almost took my life, ain't gonna lie. I dealt with suicide, I dealt with depression. So for you guys to see God's light in me and to push me forward without the politics and stuff, I 100% appreciate it. And y'all keep dancing to it, singing to it, vibing to it, and tagging me. And it's all love from here. And elevation in y'all life too, man. I want to be able to talk to y'all when y'all go crazy. So yeah, turn up. You feel me?
Bro got so much joy.
Yeah.
Man, I hope y'all felt that joy. This is what loving yourself more looks like. Being able to literally look past all of the things that you've gone through and see the silver, beautiful, golden lining that God puts in your life. Family, do me a favor. Make sure you subscribe to this channel. Make sure that you leave a comment. And of course, just share this. I know that there are a lot of parents who listen, and here's a guy who's young, he's fly, he's saved, he's doing what he's supposed to do. And maybe it's an opportunity this time for you to just run the episode back. Maybe sit with your son in his 20s, 18, 30, whatever it may be, and just see a son who's doing what he's supposed to do to the best of his ability. Not perfect, but in process, right? Do me a favor. Make sure you subscribe and make sure that you love yourself more. Flat out. Woo! What an amazing episode. My prayer is that you were encouraged the way I was encouraged when I was having the conversation. I told you at the end of this conversation that I had something special for you. To young men who are ages 12 to 18, I believe it's two ways to learn information: mentors or mistakes. So mama, dad, grandmama, granddad, TT, uncle. If you have a young man ages 12 to 18, I want to tell you a small story, and I'm not going to take much of your time, but I remember when my son was 17 years old, he was about to graduate high school, and I realized that I didn't have all the tools that I needed for him to be successful in college. Of course, I was a student athlete, so I didn't know all the stuff that was going on behind the scenes. I was just, commissioned to go run, be a great student, do what I had to do. So I put him on the phone with CEOs of multiple companies. I put him on the phone with athletes, coaches, and just amazing people who I felt like could add value to him. And because of that mentorship, I believe through Jesus Christ and the mentorship that he was able to receive, he graduated in 3.5 years with his bachelor's degree, and now he's at the University of Mississippi in the recruiting office for the football team, recruiting young men all across the world to be a part of the University of Mississippi's football team. I say all that not to impress you, but to impress a point upon you. That is 2 ways to learn information: mentors or mistakes. I want to encourage you to allow a young man that you know, ages 12 to 18, to join our mentorship program. It starts in January, but I need you to sign up ASAP. I don't know how many slots I'm going to keep open, so you need to do this fast. What they're going to get an opportunity to do is to be around myself and so many other successful men, just to get a bird's eye view on the options they have as young men, okay? So make sure you log on to morementorship.com. I cannot wait for my son and I and all of my other mentor buddies and friends to pour into your son, your nephew, your neighbor, your grandson, because it's time for men to step up. All right, let's get them early. Flat out.
Love you more, love you more, love you more.